Hi, today we are revisiting a slightly older topic, so we're talking about multiples of EBITDA. So I've just done a bit of a back to basics discussion of EBITDA, and I want to do a discussion of multiples because actually as a market expands and grows, it becomes a really common topic of conversation. What multiple are people buying at? And the thing is, in reality, it's quite a hard thing to pin down because saying, oh, well, people are buying at 5.5 times EBITDA is easy enough to spout out. But what are you actually multiplying? When EBITDA itself can be quite subjective, as we all know, then actually the multiple will vary drastically. As a seller, often the focus is, well, what multiple will I get? You know, I've been told I can get 6 times. I've been told I can get 7 times. And, and this keeps going up. It may be that actually you can only get 5 times, though to your buyer, what they're multiplying means that technically for them, it's 6 times. It's going to vary. Bogging yourself too far down in the I deserve this multiple or I will only buy at this multiple will often mean that you will miss opportunities, be that the perfect buyer or actually the perfect setting. I talk to a lot of buyers who say to me, well, I've been told I have to buy it 3 times. Now, there's stock out there you can buy for 3 times. But again, it's 3 times what? Because your 3 times in one part of the country might be very different to what you get for 3 times in another part of the country. If you're looking at a 3 times but on a manager-led basis, then actually that's going to be very different to 3 times of if you're looking to work in there yourself. When people set themselves these hard and fast, these are the multiples I'm working to, I think they don't give enough credit to actually how EBITDAs will vary, depending on how they look to run the business or how the business is being run now. When your accountant sits and does your EBITDA, I can guarantee they will come up with a very different number to me. And your chances are your buyer will come up with a different number again. So suddenly the multiple doesn't seem to really matter. It's all about what you're multiplying and whether that is a solid EBITDA to work with. Because quite simply, if, as far as you're concerned, you get the same amount because they think they're buying at 4 times, but you think they're buying at 6. Does it matter? Does it really, really matter in the grand scheme of things? Essentially, people will pay the multiple they want to pay at that moment in time that works for them. And in reality, the target figure, the final figure, that's the bit that's important. Sitting there and trying to worry about where that EBITDA's come from and how that multiple's been applied and how maybe that multiple is a bit lower than possibly you thought you were worth, or happy days, maybe a bit higher than what you thought you were worth. It's all about that final figure. And your buyer's EBITDA and your buyer's multiple will differ to yours. And that's fine. Work with someone who can talk you through it, who can explain how this might differ and how this might move, how assumptions about head office costs or assumptions about purchases may affect EBITDAs and multiples. But no matter what, you're going to get that figure at the end of the day. And that's the one that works for you. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, please drop them below and I'll speak to you again soon.